things aren't good. As you can see, I'm staying in a tent now. I wanted to talk to you guys about, first of all, the divorce is, things are not good. Right now, there's an enormous amount of people ganging up on me. There's entire YouTube channels dedicated to trying to ruin my life. And you can't fake that. Just Google Onision, and you'll see hundreds of people bullying me, attacking me, ripping apart every aspect of who I am, and more significantly, who I'm not. And they sadistically do so. When I made that freak out video because I just got fired essentially from Patreon, there was a channel, probably multiple channels, that literally made reaction videos where they just laughed at me suffering. YouTube has a anti-bullying policy, right? Yet there are literally entire channels that make more than $10,000 a month. More than $10,000 a month. Obsessing over hatred of me. I got a call from YouTube. I did. And they said, oh, we need you to take down your Shane Dawson videos. And I said, the only Shane Dawson videos I have are fan videos, where I'm a fan of Shane Dawson, like 2012. And YouTube's like, oh yeah, this is really important. We're enforcing our new policy. And I said, oh, this is really interesting. This is really interesting. First of all, I'm happy to take down these fan videos where I literally just say Shane Dawson is amazing, Shane Dawson's a god, because I'm so sorry that I was ever, I guess, a fan of him. And I said nice things about him. They're like, oh, well, what about these videos where you were saying anything that wasn't fandom? I'm like, I took those down like months ago. They're not even up anymore. But YouTube calls me. And they say, I need to take down even these fan videos where I'm just being supportive. On a comedy channel where it's like a sketch, a joke. And then I say, oh, well, don't you think it's a little, I don't know, against YouTube policy to make tens of thousands of dollars ripping apart a guy who lives in a tent? I live in a tent! And you guys are sitting there going, we're so much better than him! He's a loser! Look at him, this helpless person who has no chance of defending himself! Ever! Let's all, because it suits our agenda, let's gang up on him and bully him till he loses his mind! And then even when he loses his mind, we'll still kick him because we keep getting paid by Google AdSense! We'll keep getting paid! So we'll keep attacking and attacking and attacking! Everyone he's ever kicked out of his life conveniently decides to show back up and kick him while he's down. Oh, he's not dead yet. He hasn't ended it all. So we're gonna keep kicking until he doesn't exist. And then when he finally does, we'll laugh at him and we'll pee on his grave. Because that's the YouTube anti-bullying policy. That's what YouTube is. You made a fan video about Shane Dawson. And you gotta take those down. Where you literally just hugged an object and talked about how much you love Shane Dawson. You gotta take those down. They're not getting views. You're not making any money. But you still gotta take them down. Oh, and video after video after video. Beating the hell out of someone. ripping every aspect of their life and their made-up life apart. That's fine. Laugh at his suffering. Call him every horrible name. Every single terrible thing you could say about him. Say it. And we'll give you money. We'll pay you. Because he's not a person. He's not a human being. He's nothing. He's no one. The only people who matter are the people who 10-year-old little girls worship. That's it. Everyone else is not a human. They don't count. I quit. I'm done with YouTube. I'm done with all of you. I'm done with the internet. You guys are disgusting, horrible people. And you will always be. Because this is who you are. You don't care about human beings. There are people who get stabbed, and there are people who get violated and so forth, and none of you ever talk about them because they're not newsworthy. Instead, you talk about a guy who did nothing wrong, and the worst thing he ever did was have a different opinion than you. And the worst thing he ever did was rejected you and said he didn't want you in his life. God forbid! You can't handle rejection, so you have to maliciously, vindictively rip someone apart? You have to act like, oh, woe is me. I'm old. I'm just so, they didn't want to talk to me. Oh, they're horrible because they didn't want to talk to me. That's what I get for telling people that I don't want to be around them. That's what I get for saying, hey, you should stop bullying me on your channel. I've asked these people so many times to stop, yet they still obsessively attack while ignoring people who murder, stab, thieve, and otherwise horribly victimize people in a literally criminal way. Ignore all of them. Ignore all of them. Because that doesn't sell. Joe Schmo, nobody in the middle of nowhere, constantly beating his wife is not news. Instead, let's go after the guy who has a friggin' opinion. And let's watch him slowly die. And let's laugh, literally laugh, and make over $1,000 laughing at him. Because everybody applauds and says, haha, they're not a human. We're all good people. We're all good people because we sadistically enjoy the suffering of another human being. I quit.